Hey y'all, it's Ashley from I Have Plans for You. I know it's been a while since you've seen me, but I'm back and I'm here to do my July bullet journal spread here for you as a video on YouTube. I know it's been a while since you all have seen me, but I'm back now and I wanted to create this spread together. So, my inspiration for this spread is warm summer nights in the South. Catching fireflies, cookouts with popsicles and watermelon, and lights above us, just chilling out with family, cousins, and friends. And I wanted to kind of channel that, but in a kind of lighthearted way in this spread without doing too much. So I'm getting started here with these watermelon popsicles, and I have my Tombow markers again. I know you all have seen me use the acrylic markers quite a lot in my last 3 or 4 spreads actually, but I was really craving the glide of those Tombow markers for this spread. So I'm back to these and I'm really enjoying creating this spread and how those markers just glide across the page. I will link all of the colors that I'm using. You see, I kind of went from that red color to a minty green and then the darker green for the rind there. And this is actually my only kind of like sandy brown color Tombow marker. I'm not even sure if they have any other colors that are similar to this. I end up using this same sandy brown color every time I want a color that's similar to this. So I'm gonna let those kind of dry a bit and then move up here to the lights at the top of the page. So I'm doing a few strings with this gray color, and then I'm going to go in with a yellow and just kind of dab the tip. And when you press all the way down, you get kind of these little light bulb shapes. So I'm just pressing all the way down and doing that, kind of trying to stay consistent with the length of space between each one on those strings. So now we're gonna go down here to this cute little mason jar. I have this really light kind of airy blue color that kind of just reminds me of that blue you're looking for when you want something clear. And I'm doing these streaky little lines in here because I want it to look see-through. So I don't want it to be completely covered in blue because I'm really going for a see-through vibe here. And then I'm just adding a bit of depth, just the best way I think I can. And remember, with these Tombow markers, one thing that I really like, and we kind of do this on my channel when we're drawing, is when you let it dry a bit, you can go back in with the same color and add a bit of shadow. So I'm doing that here with the blue, particularly going back in with that same color versus a darker color because I don't want it to get too dark in that glass that I want to appear clear. I went back in with the same gray color to make the top look silver, and you see that I kind of want it to look kind of worn, so I did those streaky lines again. I'm doing the same technique with the black marker as I did with the yellow one for the lights to get these watermelon seeds. And I'm making sure that I'm just doing them in different directions. I messed up on that last one there, but I actually really like that because all the seeds aren't the same shape and size. So I just left that there. Now I'm going in to give those little ridges that the popsicles have, and to add a bit of shading with that same color. So this is actually a little bit deeper red color. So it's a little different than what we did on the mason jar with the same color blue. I wanted to really give the popsicle some depth. So I went in with a slightly deeper red, and I'm gonna do that on both popsicles. And then I'm gonna do the same thing with the green. And instead of going with a deeper green than the darker green, I'm just gonna go over top both the greens with the dark green. And I'm also just adding a bit of shadow and shading on the corners and the sides to give the popsicle a little bit of depth so it looks like that, it doesn't look like it's just flat on the page. So the other thing that I wanted to mention here is that this spread is available on my Patreon. So if you want to download this spread and you really love it and you want to put it in your journals, then you can go download it over on my Patreon. My Patreon is now only $5, and it's a great way to support my channel so that you get more videos, but also more stickers. Check out the shop too, because you might have seen that the semi-annual sale on the shop is going on right now, up to 25% off. And then I have some new stickers in the shop that are functional. So they're weekly little functional kits that are hand drawn and hand lettered by me. And you can go check those out. And they are included in the semi-annual sale. So now I'm going in and I'm doing these super duper easy, cute little fireflies. I promise you can do them. You see, I'm just doing the head of the firefly with that darker yellow. I'm going in with a brighter yellow for the body that shines. And then I'm gonna go in with the gray marker, that same gray marker we did the lid with and those strings. And I'm doing these kind of like wispy little wings on the back of that bulb. And obviously these aren't anatomically correct, but they look just like fireflies almost immediately, and they're super cute and easy to draw. So if you wanted to draw these all over your planner and just skip the popsicles and the mason jar, then that would be a super cute spread as well. I'm going in with the black to add like little antennas, and y'all, I'm really not sure if fireflies have antennas, but antennas are cute, so I wanted to add them. In hindsight, I probably should have added them with a thinner black marker, but it's fine. We're here now. I'm trying to fight my feelings of perfection, so we're gonna leave it, and it's actually fine. Like, we're gonna survive. I'm going back in with that bright yellow to add kind of like some luminescence to those lights. You see how it kind of looks like it's shining now? And so I'm trying to decide what color I want to do the letters in. I think I'm going to go in with that same red color that I did for the base of the watermelon popsicles. And this is actually my first time, I think, doing these kind of letters. So they're not just like regular bubble letters. They have kind of like an extra bobble at the ends. So they're not the same width at the ends. They kind of had a little extra volume to make them look like they kind of like bubble out at the ends, at the tips of the letters. It's very subtle. I don't know if you can tell, but I did kind of just add that in there. I thought that was kind of nice and laid back and had a summer vibe to it. So it was a nice way to introduce some new lettering into my bullet journal. Also, these Tombow markers, they normally kind of streak a little bit when you color in with them. And this red one is giving me a little bit of streaking, but not like normal Tombow streaking. And I really enjoyed that for this spread. It was just so refreshing to use these markers again and let that brush tip glide across the page. I'm using the bullet tip of the darker green color that we used on the watermelon to write the numbers 2025 for the year. And I really wanted the wording, the lettering here to be cohesive in color with the rest of the motifs on the page, but the yellow on the page is kind of an accent. So I'm going in with the blue, that light blue that we did on the mason jar, to add shadow. And I'm gonna go back over it again just to kind of pronounce it a little more, because this is a super light blue, and that's one of the reasons I like it. And when I used this light blue, I realized it was also kind of giving like 4th of July vibes. So I put that, I was like, oh yes, thank you, I used the right color. I'm going back in with the brush tip of the green marker to thicken those letters up. I kind of messed up the spacing a little bit, so I wanted to thicken them up because that kind of helps look, the look of the spacing look like it's a little better, a little more spot on. Now I'm going through my sticker book of my kind of scripts and brush lettered stickers because I want to add one of these mini calendars in there. These are also available on the site right now. They're part of the semi-annual sale. You get July through December, and also the brush lettered holidays for July through December are available as well. And I'm going in with I had a brown. I forgot to put the kind of like twine on the mason jar, and so I'm adding that in now. And I have this super thin 0.5 kind of like fine liner pen that I keep in my pencil pouch. Go watch that video if you missed it. But I'm going in and doing these kind of like broken shagged lines to add some details and even give this just a little bit more depth. So I'm gonna go back into all of the spaces where I kind of feel like those lines might add some character, and I'm putting them in there. You see I'm doing the mason jar for you here, and then I'm gonna kind of like speed through the rest of it since you saw me draw everything. And I have this white Staedtler, it's like a paint brush pen. Instead of using my gel pen, I wanted to try this one out, and I think it did pretty good. I just want to add this white in spaces where I feel like there should be like a shine or some kind of luminosity or clearness to something on the page. First, I'm adding it to the letters here, and then I'm going to add it to the jar. You don't really see it pop as much on the jar because that blue is so light, but I know where it is and I like it. I'm going back over it because it's not as opaque as I would like for it to be, so I'm adding those back into the lettering. And then also I'm going to add it to the popsicle so it kind of looks like that popsicle is glistening and maybe even dripping a little bit in the warmth of the summer air. All right, guys, so we made it to the end. This is the complete spread. Don't forget to check out Patreon if you really like this spread. You can get it for only $5 and so much more. The semi-annual sale is on the site now. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you like it here, and I'll see you later. Bye.